because that's the speciality of this restaurant, and that's why they are so famous on the planet. Okay, so that's how it is. This is your fast food restaurant. Okay. Now we go to the next source, which says that there is something called bistro. Now, bistro is a type of restaurant where you can get a food and beverage, and it serves you in a informal but in a courteous way. Lots of independent restaurants are there in our country, and you can take any of the example. Let's take an example. There is a restaurant called Masala Library, or there is a restaurant called Farzi Cafe. But remember one thing: all these outlets are not situated inside the hotel. It is just outside the hotel. Okay, where you can get normal, basic, major meal foods. Okay. Now we go to the brasserie. Brasserie is once again a French term which means a brewery. So brewery, we all know, is a place where the beer is manufactured. So generally, what happens that the brewery, if there is a brasserie, it has to look like this. There has to be a bar counter, and at the same time, very formal type of restaurant. The service standards are slightly higher. I mean, like the quality is there rather than this bistro. So you can take a look. Bistro, the tables are set. There is no table cover, but here there is a table cover, and the glasses and all qualities are slightly different. So slightly formal way. And at the same time, brasserie also serve an alcoholic beverage. But in bistro, it is not required that every time you have to serve a alcoholic beverage. Okay. Industrial catering. Now we go to next segment. Now what is the next segment? Next segment means this is a segment where, this is schools, colleges, you can get a school canteen or a college canteen or a university canteen, or if you go to any offices and all, you'll also get the same thing. You can take a look. It's a very nice picture that is coming all the way from a very reputed university, and you can see the people over here. These are actually students who are actually serving the food. Who are actually eating the food in this area. Okay. First one is obviously a cafeteria. You can see lots of staff or employees of an office. They are taking the food from a container. So that's known as a buffet counter, and there is a bain-marie. I think you already know about the bain-marie, what this look like. So it's basically a hot water shelf where we can put all the heated food, and the food will stay warm for at least 2 hours. So every time, when you go to the hotel, you'll also find that the cafeteria, all the food are served for the hotel staff. And remember one thing, now we have entered into the semi-captive market. Semi-captive market means if you want to have paneer butter masala instead of, let's take an example, bhindi amchuri, it is really not possible, because now you don't have a choice. You have a very limited choice. You have got rice, the second choice is roti, then you got dal, and there is one sabji which is a bhindi amchuri. But if you want to change the bhindi amchuri to a sandwich or bhindi amchuri to a gatti ka saag, that is not possible and next to impossible in cafeteria, because the choices are limited. Okay. Canteen, once again, most of the time it is found in the your school areas. I mean, where you can get a coupon and you can take the food from there. You can see the school people, they're taking some idlis and all everything. Exactly like same, the staff offices and all, these are known as a cafeteria. Canteens it has been called because it is served in our schools and colleges. Okay. We got a packed food outlet, so these are all your convenience food. Like when you go to a place where there is a Maggi which is being packaged, so once you buy that Maggi, what will happen? They'll put a hot water and the food is ready. These are known as a packed food outlet. So there are some food outlets which serve only a packed food. Then there is a tiffin service. Needless to say, India has the largest tiffin service network in the world, which is in Mumbai. So that's how the thing. So as per that, home delivery, there is something called Swiggy, or we have got Zomato, who are sending the food nowadays every day to our home with a one click of Zomato app or any kind of food service app. Yes, that's the most interesting area, the railway catering and the airline catering, which is widely popular in industrial catering service. So, railway catering, you can take a look. That's how the food. So there are lots of junction. Like let's take an example. There is a Secunderabad, or there is a Bhopal, or there is a Calcutta. Every station there is a pantry area for the large pantry area for the cooking food and packaging food. So they cook the food and package the food, and finally it's loaded inside the pantry car of a rail. And then it has been served to the guest with an exchange of money. Once again, very limited choice. Airline catering. That's the another option of the industrial catering, where you can get the flight attendant or the air hostess serve you the food from different parts of the world. They can just take a small trolley and they will serve you the food with the exchange of the money. So all this food are previously packed. So you can take a look how the foods are packed here. So that's how the foods has been packed, and then it has been served to the guest with the exchange of the money and all. And this area you can take a look how the air hostess people are serving the food. But the important thing is that how this food are cooked. So these foods are cooked by TajSAT, like the Taj Group of Hotels and the Oberoi Flight Service, who cook the food and serve it to these people. Okay, so the famous brands of airline catering in India like TajSAT and OFS or Oberoi Flight Service. Okay, hospitality and hospital and healthcare catering service. Need not to say anything nowadays. Hotel management is extended his service to the hospitals also. So there is a diet food. That's why there is a nutrition subject in our syllabus, where we can take a look at how dietitian plan the food for the different patients, so that they can eat food and they can also recover fast. Institutional catering in the hostel colleges, you can find this kind of huge cafeteria where the student will sit and enjoy the food. Okay, right? And this is sometime what happened, that the big university will give it to a private concern or on a contract, and they will serve the food and obviously in exchange of money and agreed upon revenue sharing. Lastly, the last segment we enter is the welfare catering. Now, welfare catering is a place where we all know this area where we get prisons. We get something called under this classification there is langars and all religious places basically, and also at the same time, if there is a natural calamity or something, then these people also be served under the welfare catering segment. So these are the areas. So prisons, they follow a cyclic menu. We know that in prison there are people from different parts of the world, of the country. So they will prefer different types of food. So that's why the food qualities are changed every day. Now in the religious catering, it provides you the food like langars and all everything which is available here. You can take a look. It's a very huge area where the food are served, when the guests come for pay, like the devotees come to pay their tribute to their god and all everything. Excuse me. And the last one is the disaster catering, like we have seen everywhere when there is an earthquake or when there is a flood. So these people who lost their home, they've been served by volunteers or sometimes an NGO organization who help these people to give them food and reach them to the different parts of the country. So what we have studied in a nutshell, I would like to say, we have studied that the catering establishment has three major segments. That's the business, industrial and welfare. First two are a paid service. Next one is obviously not paid. It's a like a dedicated service. Okay. The last one which we have is second one that we have learned, that the business segment has more choices. That's why it is known as a non-captive market. Whereas welfare catering is a fully captive, and at the same time your industrial catering is semi-captive. It's got a very limited choice. Once again, I would like to go to the I am traveling on a railways. So in the non-veg I have an option of chicken and option of eggs, but I cannot ask for why you don't have mutton. So that is the biggest difference which you need to know. So the semi-captive market. And finally, we can also have seen that the business segment, the food and beverage, is a primary operation, whereas in the welfare catering and the industrial catering, the operation of the food and beverage is a secondary. Because in the airlines, the main purpose of the airline is just to serve travel from one place to another, not the serving you the foods or beverage from different regions and areas. Okay. At the end of the session, these are the important exercises that you can do. You can classify the catering establishment into several segments and to find out that what are the types can fit into this. Also, distinguish between coffee shop and theme restaurant is once again a very important exercise which you need to do. And also, I would like to this is a very important assignment that you can take a look.